Hi guys, today we are going to talk about what is inflation. So inflation is a sustained increase in price level of goods and services in an economy over a period of time. So according to the statista.com, Malaysia is having a 3.8% of inflation rate in 2017. And inflation will cause some effects on the cost of production, purchasing power, and unemployment rate. All these will be interlinked. Then we're having some formulas to calculate the rate of inflation. According to the inflation, the CPI of this particular year, we need to minus off the CPI of the previous year, then divided by the CPI of the previous year. So what is CPI? CPI is Consumer Price Index. So inflation can bring a lot of effects to the country. So for example, there are effects on procurement, operation and maintenance, inventory, and manufacture.
Now we're going to talk about the procurement after the effect of inflation. Inflation results in the reduction of purchasing power of the monetary unit. In other words, when prices of the products increases, we buy less quantity with the same amount of money. This is due to the general increase in the price of the goods and service with passage over time. For example, in a construction project, if the cost estimation has been done before the inflation, then after the inflation, everything of the price will go up, so that the cost of production will exceed our expectation. So we need more money to cover our expenses for the cost.
I will be discussing on operating and maintenance. So during the inflation period, we will notice that it is harder for a bank to take out a loan because the financial institution and bank wouldn't take a risk due to the low cash flow of a company. The company might not be able to pay back the borrowed fund. So in the end, the project of certain company might have to delay or cancel. So worker in the construction site suffers more than the company due to the inflation. They will have to wait for a long time before getting paid, and some of them wouldn't even get paid. So eventually, which will affect the operation of the company. So a very good example on maintenance is the highway maintenance and construction. During inflation period, the construction costs have risen much than expected, and the maintenance cost tends to be more stable. So
hi guys, so now I'm gonna talk about the effect of inflation on inventory. So the effect of inflation is not always has a negative impact, especially for small inflations, which is below 3%. Small inflation actually can encourage economic growth because it will encourage entrepreneurs to further expand the production to gain more profit. On the other side, the expansion on the production will also generate a new job. But inflation will have a negative impact if the inflation rate is more than 10%. It will cause money lost value so fast, which cause business and employee income can't keep up with the cost and prices. This data is mentioned by Kimberly, the president of worldmoneywatch.com. So now we're gonna move on to the focus on the effect on inflation on inventory. During the inflation period, entrepreneurs tend to invest their money on goods. Therefore, the inventory will be increased because during the inflation, the value of goods will be increased and the value of money will be decreasing. So there's a tendency entrepreneur will spend most of their cash to increase their goods inventory. But this situation will make the inflation rate even higher because goods on the market are getting
moving
fewer.
forward to the manufacturing sector. So what is manufacturing? It is a production of merchandise where the finished good will be sold to other manufacturers for the production of others and more complex products such as aircraft, furniture, and etc. So what are the effects of inflation on manufacturing? So a study has been done on Pakistan, a long-term study where it has a significant negative effect on the local manufacturing sector. This study can be supported by another study made in Zimbabwe, another country in Africa. It has reported that hyperinflation has occurred and it has dramatically reduced the manufacturing sector output. This is mainly because of the depreciating of assets. However, there's a study done on Nigeria and it states that there's a significant positive effect of inflation on the manufacturing sector. This case for Nigeria totally matches what Osiniwo states, where the manufacturing sector has a positive relationship with all the determinant variables, while inflation rates has a negative influence on the outputs of most sectors, with an exception to the manufacturing sector. So to summarize my part, from my point of view, if there's a demand, there will be supply.
Hi guys, I'm back. So after listening to all the effects, there's positive effects, there's negative effects. So to summarize everything, so we look for how to control the inflation. So there's a lot of ways to control inflation. So according to contractionary monetary policy, there's 3 ways. They reduce the bond price and increase the interest rate. How do I say so? Because when we increase the interest rate, so as a consumer, you will start to save money, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So when we start saving money, so we are reducing the purchasing. So when we reduce the spending, so inflation will be lesser. The rate of inflation will be lesser. And the second one is the reserve requirement. So when the central bank reserve the money in the bank, so they will reduce the lending to the consumer. So when lending consumer is lesser, so spending also will be lesser. And the third one is reduce money supply. Yes, that's all for the part of controlling inflation. So in a nutshell, we are looking forward to sustainable increasing of inflation rate instead of hyperinflation, instead of deflation. So this is what we are going to share to all you guys.